everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Krisan, and today we're going to be doing another K-culture content, which I am sure you guys are going to enjoy because it is all about fashion, beauty, and the four seasons in Korea. A lot of people are Hallyu fans now, and Hallyu is known as the Korean wave, which means the popularity of K-drama, K-beauty, K-fashion, so on and so forth being spread around the world. Korea is definitely like the destination go-to for people who enjoy anything that is Hallyu. I'm sure a lot of people know and see the different fashions and K-beauty, makeup, that they see in dramas and music videos of their favorite K-pop idol. It's something that I think a lot of people would really like to experience or would like to try someday. I was really attracted to the K-beauty and the K-fashion aspect of the Hallyu wave. In fact, my fashion sense and my makeup sense has improved so much after being interested in the Hallyu wave. It comes with practice, but I got there somehow. If you're new to K-culture or K-fashion and K-beauty, the first thing you need to know is that trends in Korea happen very quickly, and this is because of the pali-pali culture. So pali-pali means fast, very fast. Trends come and go very quickly. Fashion trends changing very often, or like hair and makeup styles changing. It just goes to show how they like to experiment with different styles. And of course, a lot of the people are very conscious about the way their appearances are. I don't think it's just Korea. I think a lot of Asian countries in general. First impressions are very good. You can definitely see this with the way they dress and the way they take care of themselves. When I was in Korea, short story time, you would know if there was a trend right off the bat. The trend during the time were like these really short, high tennis skirts. During the time, so many girls were wearing the exact same thing. And that's when I knew, oh, this is a trend here, so everyone's wearing it. So today's video is sort of like a mini guide on what clothing you can wear when you go to Korea, especially during the different seasons. And I'll be also adding in K-beauty, which is the makeup styles that would perhaps suit the weather. Really, makeup is your own discretion. Whatever you want to wear, go ahead, because makeup is fun. But these are just suggestions in terms of matching it to the season that I'm talking about. Okay, first off is spring. So spring happens from April to June, and spring is the season of blooming flowers. So this is a very popular time for cherry blossoms and different kinds of blossoms, and this is the time right after winter. It's called a transitioning period. So this is the time when you would have to wear layers. And these layers may vary because let's say you just got out of winter, like winter just ended, so your layers may be a little bit heavier. And then when it comes to like the later part of spring, you would wear a little bit lighter clothing, a shirt under a dress, and maybe a heavy sweater and maybe sneakers, because it would be much cooler in the evening in lighter fabrics. So these fabrics could vary from like cottons to maybe like light wools and like jeans, stuff like that. But you can layer with a heavier jacket, so it isn't as, like during the day, it isn't as heavy when you're going out. In terms of shoes, it would depend on you what shoes you wear, but during springtime, I know a lot of girls like to wear like cute flats or like sneakers. Makeup, I think what's really important is that it's mask proof. When I say mask proof, not because it's the pandemic right now. There is something called yellow dust, and this is the dust that comes in from China, and they do actually have dust warnings when you're in Korea. It can definitely give you allergies if you're very sensitive to it, and it is also unhealthy to breathe in too much of it, so they do have these warnings. People wear masks during this time. It is a transitioning period, so it can be cool, it can be warm, so it's really nice if it's like light and dewy. And if I were to match the spring theme, definitely more pinks, more a little bit of like brighter colors like yellows, stuff like that. Those would look very pretty, especially with spring outfits. And it would be so pretty if you're wearing pastels, a little bit of brighter colors. Summer is the next season, and this happens from July to August. And summers in Korea can be two things: very hot and humid, or wet. And this is because it's sort of like the rainy season. For sure, during this season, it's really good to wear something that your body can breathe. Flowy tops with shorts, especially girls. And the men, on the other hand, will have to wear like short sleeve polo tops and t-shirts, or like sometimes maybe cutoffs or sandals with shorts, or like pants and sandals. The cloths that will be very popular are cottons and linens, because it has to be very light and airy, especially during this time, especially when it's hot. In terms of makeup, the most important thing is SPF. It's going to be very sunny and you want to protect your skin from the harsh rays of the sun. SPF makeup is definitely important, especially if you plan on going to like the port cities or the beaches. In terms of makeup, definitely something that is light. Maybe bring around something like a very light powder to just like dust your nose. A lot of styles I think would look really pretty with summer looks are like the sun-kissed colors, like coral colored cheeks and lips. And then the next season we have is autumn, which is from September to November. Autumn is a transition month because it's going from a hot season to a much cooler season, which means there's turning of leaves and it's gonna become much cooler. Like spring, in the beginning of autumn, you can wear your light clothing under but a heavy jacket during the evening. And moving over to the later months, which is maybe around November, you can start actually wearing much heavier fabrics. You can start introducing maybe some wools, maybe leather, something that will definitely keep you warm. It's a midway climate, so it's not very hot, but it's not very cool. It's right in the middle, but it'll definitely get colder at night. Layering is very important. When I think of autumn, I think Halloween, I think the changing of the leaves, the warm colors, so browns in terms of makeup, in terms of lipstick, maybe like warm oranges, orangey reds, or like nudie browns would look really nice during this time. Also, the makeup will have to have a more moisturizing component in it because the season is turning much drier. And then the last would be winter. So winter happens from December to March. And during the winter time, this is when it gets very cold. I've experienced winter before, but that was in Canada and that's a different kind of winter. There was also winter in Japan, but that was like the waning winter, like it was turning into spring. The most important part of this is layering, 100%. Like your layers have to be thick, as well as something that will keep you warm. Something that has the tech that will keep your body warm, or like the cloth itself will trap the heat of your body to keep you warm. And that is super important. If you keep it under your clothing, that's great. Heat packs. And there's so many of that in Korea, especially during winter. You can stick it on your clothes or you can hold it. Also, don't forget, the most important thing here is to layer. That would be earmuffs, scarves, gloves. Warmth comes first. In terms of makeup, on the other hand, I think during winter, again, moisturizing is very important. Get makeup or skincare routine that will keep your skin moisturized, especially during winter, because it will dry up, because it's a very dry season and it's very cold. Since it's the holiday season, I think it's super cute if you do a little bit of sparkly makeup to match the holiday season. When I think of winter, I think of cool browns, I think of plum colors, maybe nudes or like blush pink, something that is very muted and at the same time gives life to your face. Those are my tips in terms of beauty and fashion, especially when it comes to the 4 seasons in Korea. Of course, until the day comes that I actually experience all 4 seasons in Korea, I will definitely use this video as a guide to help me. One of the things I would love to experience is playing with fashion, because there's so much opportunity to play with it there, because there are different seasons, very trendy place, so there's a lot of different styles that come out. You can try so many things when you're there, and especially when it comes to shopping, there's like so many different things you can see in each season. You could find something in this season that you won't see in the next. So it's a fun experience, and it's a fun time to experiment as well. For fashion, for dressing, I think it would be the transition seasons, spring and autumn, because there's a lot of layering that happens. So it's a lot of fun to play around with layers and colors. And I hope this helped you guys get an idea of what to wear, what to bring, and ideas in terms of K-beauty on like maybe colors you can use on your face, especially if you want to like style up your outfit. I would love to know in the comment section down below what your favorite season is. Please comment it down below. Mine is spring and autumn. I'd love to know yours. Also, what season would you love to dress for the most? If you did enjoy this, please don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications and updates. That is it for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye!